Hello amazing people, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you how I make Oha soup. Some people call this Ofe Oha, some people call this Ora, but I call this Oha soup. Ofe means soup in my language. I am Igbo, and this soup is actually very popular in the eastern part of Nigeria, and it's an absolutely delicious traditional soup recipe. And one thing you need to know about Oha soup, it's not exactly a go-to kind of soup because the main ingredient, which is the Oha leaf, is actually a seasonal one. But please do well to watch this video until the end because you're going to learn something new even if you know how to make the soup. Now let's jump right in. Now the first thing you want to do is to have your water on fire, and I'm using a pressure pot here to cook my cocoyams, but if you have a normal pot, of course you can do that. I only do this when I want to be really snappy, like I want to make it 1 2 3 quick when I am making my Oha soup. So I'm just going to let this cook and then we'll come back to check it. As you can see here, our cocoyam is ready, and I'm just going to use my fork to check if it's cooked properly. But trust me, with pressure cooker, it is always a go-to, a fast 1 2 3 4 5 cooking. And I'm just going to set this aside and pound it. Here I have my Oha leaves, which I said before that it is actually seasonal. Now there is a way you cut your Oha. You don't just use your knife to cut your Oha. As you can see there, I always get to remove this is the head. People call this the head, the stem, whatever you call it, man. I always get to remove it because that's how I have always seen my mom and my grandma make it. So I'm just going to take this off one after the other, just like so. And after doing this, see right there, I have removed everything. Now I'm just going to shred this. Now there is a rumor that if you actually use a knife to cut this, your soup will be bitter. I really don't know how true that is, but that's what they said. I have always seen people do it like this, my mom, my grandmom, and trust me, I have never tried using a knife, and I do not intend to use a knife because Oha leaves are too precious and hard to source to mess about with. So I am not going to use a knife, and I don't intend to. So please do not use a knife except you want to experiment. You have plenty meat now, so you can do that. So here in our pot, I'm just going to throw in my goat's meat and also my kpanla fish. I don't know what this is called in English. And then I'll be adding my onion and of course my pepper. I like to use this yellow pepper when I make soup recipes. It's my favorite because it adds a lot of flavor in my soup. And I'm also going to add in my crayfish, just a little, and then I'll save the rest for later. Of course, I'll be adding my seasoning cube. Seasoning cube these days, guys, it is so hard to crush. I don't know, at some point I'm like, just go in there and boil the whole thing and melt. You know, it's so hard. And now I have my fish and I'm throwing in a bit of salt. Now the only thing I want to do with my fish in here is just let it steam a bit. Yeah, steam, simmer, yeah, just a bit. And of course I will come back and check. I'm not adding water to this yet, so don't do it. Don't add water. That spirit that is telling you to add, don't answer. And here I'm back to check my fish. As you can see, my fish is ready. I'll just take this off and set this aside. Please, if you're new here, do well to like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell of my channel. And as you guys saw there, I added a bit of water just to let this cook. And then I'm going to add in my ogiri because there is no Oha soup without ogiri. Ogiri is a key ingredient in making the soup, so please have it handy when you want to make your Oha soup. And I'm also going to add in my palm oil. I like to add in my palm oil when I'm cooking my meat because I don't want palm oil floating on one side and then soup floating on one side. Make it all sense. Or drama, you know. So I'm just going to let this cook. As you can see, it is ready, and then I'll put in my cocoyam. Sorry I didn't even get to show you guys where I pounded my cocoyam, but I pounded my cocoyam. I didn't use a food processor, I pounded it. So I'm just going to put this together and just let this simmer a bit. And as you can see here, the soup is ready, and our cocoyam did justice to it. I got a good cocoyam. So when you're buying, I like to buy the very tiny cocoyams because they draw a lot and they get to, they get done pretty fast. And then I'll throw in my fish, just let this simmer. And of course our oha leaves, as you can see there, it is so green, it is fresh. I got to pick it nicely, well selected, let's use that word, well selected. And I'm just going to turn this just for a few minutes to make sure that the oha releases its scent, its fragrance, is it perfume, whatever, anything you want to call it. It will just release everything you can release in that soup, because that's like the most important thing. As you can see here guys, our food is ready, soup is ready, and the next slide you're going to see is what I will be having our oha soup with. And here our food is ready. I'm actually having this with fufu. Some people call this fufu, but people apomiya fufu, and of course with some fruits to wash it down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye.